Hello beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129 and welcome back to my channel. I've got a pick a card reading, as you can see, for you, and this pick a card reading is about the Mars retrograde. For those of you who've been following different channels and who follow astrology, you would know that Mars went retrograde on the 30th of October and will continue in retrograde till the 12th of January. Usually Mars goes retrograde once in 26 months for about 2.5 months. All right. So what is it that we need to know during this time? Now, Mars is the god of war. Okay, Mars is the planet that rules Aries and traditionally Pluto. And traditionally Scorpio. All right, so these are two intense signs. All right, and when we are talking about Mars, we are talking about action, energy. We're talking about sexual desire. We are talking about things related to weapons, transportation, and many things like that. All right, everything which is male-centric. Okay, so what happens during a retrograde? During a retrograde, it is that all this action that we want to do, these things that we want to achieve, all this slows down. All right, and what comes in its place is, if you don't know about it and if you're not ready for it, is frustration. You know, you may have travel plans and they'll get delayed. Maybe you'll have to redo a few things. So is it all bad? No. So what you need to know are the plus points. The plus points during a retrograde is if there are any incomplete tasks, this is the time to do it. If there's anything that's unserviceable, especially things which, you know, things related to your mechanical things, including your vehicle or something like that, this is the best time to go in for repairs, go in for servicing. You will have no issue. It's a wonderful time. If you have any strategies or plans which you're thinking about, you can actually sit and work on them and iron out whatever little, hiccups there are. This is a great time for that as well. This is the time for you to develop patience and to listen to your intuition. This is not a good time to accept challenges, all right, or have issues relating to pride, because most likely if you are going to challenge someone, you may end up, regretting it. All right, it will not be work in your favor during this time. And the negative points along with this is that, some of you will have may have low liminal energies. You may be oversensitive to criticism at this time. There's possibility that you relive things from the past. And if there is a lot of repressed anger, that may come to the surface. And mostly there's going to be a lot of frustration because of lack of action. All right. So this is what you need to know about the Mars retrograde. So what is this reading about? It's going to be a quick reading. It's not a very long one. I will be live shuffling the cards. We'll basically see where is it that you need to slow down. Where is it that you've been spreading yourself too thin? So you need to be aware of that so that you can pull back your energies a little bit. Where is it that you need to, what can you do to recharge your batteries during this time? Because there won't be much movement. So this is a great time to recharge your batteries. So what can you do for that? And last but not the least is how can you practice patience during this time? Because you will need a lot of it. All right. So this is what we're going to look in the reading. It's going to be quick, and I'm going to also take, oracle cards along with these tarot cards. I'll be using the Animal Spirit Oracle as well as the Daily Crystal Inspiration. And you will come to know as I move forward. All right. So let me introduce you to the piles. As you can see, we have 3. Pile number 1 is the Cat Tarot, or this beautiful dragon pendant. Pile number 2 is the original Rider-Waite, or this Chakra bracelet. And pile number 3 is the Star Spinner Tarot, or this ring. All right. So let's do the drill. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, exhale. As you relax, open your eyes, and whichever pile you're drawn to, that is your pile. All right. So let's begin with pile number 1. I'll just clear this off. Yeah. Pile number 1. Those of you who've chosen the cat tarot or this beautiful dragon pendant, we'll put that here. Let's begin your reading. What is it that you need to know during this Mars retrograde? All right. So where is it that my pile number 1s need to slow down? And we'll take out a card for that. And we'll also, okay, we'll go to that later. And how are you spreading yourself too thin? Pile number 1s. And what can you do to recharge during this time? And how can you practice patience with your own self? All right, how can you just calm down? Bottom of the deck energy is the Queen of Swords, though I don't really think I will be looking at that for now. Now sloppy shuffling. You know, it always happens that I paint my nails well in advance of the reading, and then it chips just before the reading, and then I touch it up, and thereafter it starts getting smudged as I'm doing the reading, and that's why the shuffling goes sloppy and everything else. Okay, I'm going to take out one card for this and one here, and we're almost done. This is me trying to teach you how to be patient during this Mars retrograde. Here are my pile number 1s. Thank you for your patience. You're doing well already. We've got a card there and here. All right, so let's begin. So where do my pile number 1s have to slow down during this time? And you get the Star. Wow. This is such beautiful energy. Now the Star energy is all about hope. It's all about healing. All right. So it's possible that, you know, you've been doing a lot of shadow work because we've just finished with the solar eclipse, and maybe you are spiritual. Obviously, you've come to a tarot reading, so chances are that you are spiritual. And maybe you've heard about, you know, you've actually taken things in your hand because those themes have come up during the solar eclipse and the energy is still on. So you've been doing a lot of healing, and healing is never easy. All right. What happened, the byproduct of the healing is beautiful, but when it's going on, it actually puts you through the ringer. All right. And that's what you've been doing. You've just been relentlessly trying to heal because you have this hope that things will get better, and it will. In fact, you've been doing so well. That's why you've got the Star here. All right. But you now need to just, if you've been just going into healing after healing, you need to just calm down a bit at this time. All right. You're doing a great job, and you know, Spirit is actually applauding you for it, that you have been relentless in this, and whatever you're hoping for will come to fruition. You're doing a great job of it, but you need to be kind to yourself. All right. And this is where you need to slow down. If you've been doing different types of healing and whatever you're doing, if the energies are getting too much to you, it's okay to do nothing and just sleep, you know, to just take a break from everything else. Go on on some walks in nature. Do anything that recharges your batteries. But right now, just go a little easy on the healing, because I think you've been doing this quite a lot. All right, look at that. Take time out. This is, I love it when this happens. So you are supposed to just take a break from healing for some time. If you're actually sitting with those, you know, especially for those of you who've been through trauma of, you know, during the solar eclipse, if certain themes which have been repressed for a long time come to the surface, yes, it is essential to heal them, but do it in bits. All right, don't and if required, take help from somebody. If you don't have help, or you don't have a counselor to go to and you're doing it all on your own, please take time out in between. All right, and then come back when you're ready for it, because it can be emotionally very draining. It'll finally liberate you, yes, but the process should be done smoothly in a controlled kind of a fashion, so that you know, you're able to take care of yourself during this process. All right. Now, where is it that you're spreading yourself too thin? And you get the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is beautiful energy, because the Queen of Wands, she attracts whatever she wants, all right? She's this attractive queen. She works smartly, she knows her worth, and she, you know, gets whatever she wants. But the Queen of Wands on the flip side can be extremely controlling and demanding. So what I feel is, maybe there is a Queen of Wands in your life, pile number ones. All right, this could be a mother figure, it could be a sister, it could be your kid, it could be anyone, and it doesn't have to be a female figure. It could be anybody with this energy who's demanding a lot from you, and this is someone you really, really, you are very fond of them. And so you actually go that extra mile for them, but maybe it's tiring you out. Maybe you, it's not being reciprocated, or they don't realize because you never complain and you keep doing things for them. So they keep demanding more and more of you without realizing it, because you might be turning, you know, doing everything for them with a smile, even though on the inside you are actually reaching burnout or exhaustion. All right, so you're just being asked to recognize that, who this Queen of Wands is in your life, or what this particular situation is which is demanding so much from you, and you need to take a, you know, prioritize things. If someone wants 10 things, say that you have time to give only 2 for now, and that when you finish everything and you have had enough time for yourself to relax, you'll take on the next thing, all right, or help them with something. But don't just keep saying yes when you are at the brink of exhaustion, all right? And with that, you create your own luck. So for some of you, I feel with this card is maybe that you yourself are the Queen of Wands and you are trying to attract something. That's why you're doing all this healing here, because you are trying to possibly create your own luck, and you feel that the best way to do it is to work and, you know, whatever it is that you can do. But maybe you're pushing yourself too much, or when you are actually achieving things, you're not giving yourself a pat on the back. All right, you're just keeping at it relentlessly, whether it's the healing, whether it's the manifesting. You're just not, I mean, you're doing all the right things that you need to do, but you're not giving yourself that relaxing time. You're not enjoying the process. It's just one thing after the other. You're on the go. Okay, for some of you, it's that. If it's not somebody else, then it is you who's trying to just push yourself till you get your goals, which is normally what we are taught from the beginning. Keep pushing. But you don't push so much that you reach exhaustion. You need to have a beautiful balance in your life, because life is not about just working on one facet of it. It's a whole complete thing, and you need to enjoy everything in life. All right. And what can you do to recharge during this time? And you get the 5 of Swords. All right. So there is this battle going on, maybe with people around you. All right. Maybe there's someone, maybe it's this Queen of Wands for those of you who can resonate with this Queen of Wands. Maybe it's this particular person, if they don't have their way met, you know, they come into this kind of, can you see this cat here, grumpy? You know, it could be you're dealing with someone like this, all right? So what you need to do during this time is to actually, or this could be you. And you know, when you don't give them what they want, if they either sit in this energy or they've got their back turns towards you, whichever way it is, take it how it resonates, you actually shouldn't be affected by it, and you should do you. All right, there's no time for mind games now, because you have actually been doing a lot of work to heal yourself as well, and a lot of work for everyone around you, and you're reaching this point of exhaustion. So it's all right if you ruffle a few feathers. It does not matter. You need to detach, stop playing mind games, stop being manipulated, and actually take some time out, take care of yourself and your interests. Wow. And you get Whale Spirit, trust the great mystery. So what you're being told here by Spirit is that, yes, you're working and you're trying to create your own luck, and the universe is seeing it. You're healing, and the universe sees that, but the universe is saying, take time out, and the best way to create your own luck is to trust, and it's to enjoy the process, all right? And they're telling you to trust the great mystery. So if you've done work, you need to, you know, just take it easy for a bit and invest into yourself and the things you like doing, not the things you have to do to get what you want, but the things you enjoy doing that bring a smile on your face, that bring that sunshine spirit out. All right, that's what you need to do, and you find the things work out for you. And how can you practice patience during this time? And you get the Four of Cups. Is that Four of Cups? Yes. You know, pile number one, you've been really trying to work very hard to create your own luck, and I said you've even been doing healing so that nothing stands in the way of your manifestation. And with this Whale Spirit here, where the universe is saying, trust the great mystery, things are working out. You can't see it, things are happening behind the scenes. Maybe there are opportunities that have come your way as well. But with this Four of Cups here, what you have been doing is that you've just been focused on that one thing, and you're not seeing opportunities coming your way. All right. And it's because of this that your wait is being extended. All right. And the only way to practice patience is to put out your desires there into the universe. All right. And do whatever you can in balance to manifest that. But after that, you're going to let it go. What I mean to say by let it go is, it's not that you stop working and just dump everything and walk away. No. What I mean is that you do not attach yourself to the outcome. You tell the universe, I'm working for this and this is what I want. And you see it very clearly in your mind's eye what it is that you want. But after that, after you've seen that clearly for yourself and put out your desire to the universe, thereafter, keep your mind open, keep your heart space open, keep your mind open, and allow things to come in. When you do that, you'll find that you are a lot kinder to yourself. You are open to new opportunities. And maybe if you had asked for, say, 10 gold coins from the universe, maybe the universe is giving you 100, but you're not looking there. You're saying, no, I want the bag of 10. I want the bag of 10. It doesn't work like that. But if you say, this is what I want, universe, I want 10 gold coins, and I'm just leaving it at that. And then you just do your own thing. And then suddenly when you got your eyes and ears open and you're just ready to receive. And then you'll find this huge bag there and you wonder, what is it? And then you'll open it and there are 100 gold coins for you. All right. This is a very, very lame example, but I'm giving it anyway to just tell you what I mean by keeping your eyes and ears open, keeping your heart and mind open, and allowing the universe to fill you with abundance or whatever it is that you want. It could be a material thing. It could be anything. All right. But don't be in this energy of just focusing on one thing and beating yourself up if it doesn't come, and working and working and working. Be smart about it and trust the mystery. All right. And you see the magic. Look at that. Look at that. You've been told so many times in different ways to trust the great mystery and to just watch the magic. You do this and you just watch things unfolding for you during this Mars retrograde. So your biggest theme here, pile number 1, is that you need to just relax. All right, whatever it is that you're doing, do it in balance. Take time to take care of yourself and trust that things will work out. There are things happening behind the scenes which you cannot see, but don't push yourself to the point of exhaustion wherein you don't enjoy things and you start talking down to yourself, maybe bashing yourself up because things didn't work out, and just keep at it. That's not the way, because then you are yourself being the biggest blockage to your abundance. Things are working out. Wonderful things are waiting to happen. So just be patient, trusting this universe, and take care of yourself. All right, you need to heal, but little by little. Don't push it. Same way, you need to manifest, but don't push it. Meaning, you manifest, you think, you believe, and then you just let it go. All right. So with that, we come to the end of your reading, my dear pile number 1. I hope it did resonate with you. And I hope whatever it is, it comes to you and you learn this lesson of patience that Mars is out to teach you. All right. So till next time, take care. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. Those of you who've chosen the original Rider-Waite or this beautiful Chakra bracelet, we'll put that here. This is your reading. We're going to pull out 4 cards for you, and I'll explain as we move along. All right, pile number 2. What is it that you need to know this Mars retrograde? First of all, where is it that you need to slow down? How are you spreading yourself too thin? What can you do to recharge your batteries during this time? And last but not the least, how can you practice patience with yourself? All right. Okay. Now I'm going to use the animal spirit as well as the daily crystal inspiration oracles. And after that, we'll dive into your reading. All right. Just a few seconds more. You got 2 cards clarifying the first card, which did not happen for pile number 1. All right, so we are good to go. Pile number 2, are you ready? Where is it that you need to slow down? Pile number 2. And you get the King of Swords. Wow. Do I carry on recording or shall we wait? Electricity has decided to go out during this time. Oh, that's sad. Wait, I'm just trying to get you some more light. Is this better? Yes, I think this... we can make do with this for some time, maybe. Can you see the King of Swords? Yes, you can. Well, so you've got the King of Swords, pile number 2. And this king is someone who gets the entire picture of everything, you know. This is a king who's extremely wise, and he's got his wisdom because he's been patient enough to find out everything there is to know about a situation, find out from all angles perhaps. And so sorry about the interruption again, but you are in this energy. So you maybe there's a particular situation in which you've been trying to get answers for, and you've been working relentlessly to find answers. Or if you are you own a business, or you're in whatever profession that it is you are at. For some of you, you may be holding an office, you know, or a particular, you know, where you a position where you're responsible for a whole lot of people, and you are working really hard, and you want to know everything about everything, so that no one catches you on the back foot, so that, you know, you're not unfair. The King of Swords is very just, all right? The King of Swords wants to know everything. They may appear cold, but they are not, in the sense that they need, this is basically air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. They like to have all their facts right. They do not like to, you know, they're usually humanitarian and just signs. So they don't take it lightly if something's amiss, or, you know, someone has been wronged. So you are in this energy, and whatever it is for each of you is going to be different. But you've been researching on something, or you've been, you know, gathering information about something, and maybe you've been at it for a very long time, depending on what it is. Each of you will know why, what your situation is. But you need to not take it easy. Why take it easy? Because maybe you're just at it for so long that your way of thinking is possibly stuck. All right, like for example, let me you know, say for example you like to do the crossword, and you're sitting, and every morning you get the crossword, say from 8 to 8:30. This is my case. And you sit and you just look at it. You know, some days your mind doesn't work. You look at it and you might get one wrong word which you've stuffed into some place, and now you're not able to think beyond. But if you just get up from there and leave the crossword for a while and go and do something else, and come after some time, maybe after having a snack or a cup of tea or something else, and then you pick it up again, suddenly everything, you realize that, oh, you either, you know, you've got the word wrong, or you could have used a synonym, or you put it at the wrong place. Anything can happen, right? So what you're being told at this time is to just slow down a bit. In fact, whatever it is that you really focused on, remove your focus from it for a bit, and do something else. And in doing that, giving yourself a breather during this time, you will find that when you go back to this problem, you will get the solution in a jiffy. So if the solution is not coming to you right now, just stay away from the problem, just for a wee bit, maybe for a couple of days, depending on your situation and how much you've been putting in. All right, and get a fresh perspective. See, now if it's a small thing, you know, you can't go and take a vacation to have a new perspective on something. But you may just want to go out in nature if you've been sitting at the desk for the whole day. So that's a small thing. But if this is more than that, you've been working on something for quite a long time. If a vacation is possible, great. If it can't, just, you know, say I'm not looking at gadgets for 2 days. Let's do a detox of all these inputs that I'm getting, and let me just take a break and do something that you love. Go do binge watching, Netflix, whatever you want to do. But take your mind off what you've been focusing on so relentlessly, and when you come back, you will guaranteed get what you're looking for. All right, and what you get from here, be at home and act as if. All right, so there is something that you are after. Look at that. This is beautiful. Look at that. 8 plus 6 is 14, and this is also 14. So this could be significant to you. 14 or the number 5. All right, could be significant to you. Maybe you're on the brink of change. Something is happening. You're trying to change something, and you've been working for it for some time. So right now what you're being told is to just take a break from there, be at home with yourself, and act as if whatever it is that you're working for has come to you. And when you take this break and come back, you'll find that you get it. All right? This is very beautiful, and I like the fact that this is the same number. Look at that. And this is what you really need to do. It's coming very strongly for me that you need to take a break from what you're doing, and that when you come back, you're going to get the solution for whatever it is. So if it resonates for you, this is your pile. All right? If you find that none of this is resonating, choose another pile or choose another reading altogether. But this is coming very strongly for me. Now, where is it that you're spreading yourself too thin and you get the 5 of Pentacles? Oh. Now I feel that this King of Swords energy is that for a lot of you, it's about your finances, all right? And you've been doing everything that you could possibly do. But you're being told to give up your lack mindset. Or it is possible that, you know, you've got such a... Because you're the King of Swords here, which is a very benevolent king. He may look cold. He may come across as... someone who doesn't show their emotions, or some people may think he lacks emotions, but actually speaking, the element of air, with an exception of Libra, who might still show emotions, but not overtly like a water sign maybe, or a fire sign, all right? But they have a lot of kindness. They want to help. They want to give to the poor. So maybe in this case, it's you're literally spreading yourself too thin in your finances because you're giving to all people who you feel is needy. So maybe people know, you know, people can make out when there is a generous spirit amongst them, and maybe they keep coming to you for help, and you go out of your way to help everyone around you. Maybe there are the elderly in the family, or even around the family, or there's just anyone who wants some help. You go out of the way to give them, either physically or materially. But you're going there and giving everyone without stopping, and people may be on some level taking advantage of it. That, you know, if we go to them, they'll do everything for us, so we can put in less effort and let's go there, because they will never turn us down. And if you can, you actually relate to this, then it is Spirit telling you that you need to put an end to this now. All right? It is great to be benevolent. It's great to have a generous heart. It's great to give. But you need to be able to discern as to how much is too much. And this, I feel, is the most difficult question in so many areas. When you ask how much is too much, when do you let go, you know, and in this case, when do you stop giving or saying that no, not this time? You need to use your intuition. You need to see whether this person who's coming to me is doing this out of habit, is doing this for an easy ride, or is this person really needy? Because, you know, sometimes when you give too much, you're also doing the person you're giving, you're doing them a disservice, because you're taking away their ability to fend for themselves. So keep that in mind and stop spreading yourself too thin, pile number 2, and you find peace within. So if there is something, you know, if you feel that by giving you find peace and that's why you're giving, it's great to give, but over giving, you're not doing them any you know, service, because you're actually robbing them of their ability to look after themselves. And at the same time, peace has to come from within, all right? And while it's great to have a generous heart, if that is your coping mechanism, then you have a lot of codependencies which you should be looking into, all right? So that would be a great thing to heal then. Now, what can you do to recharge during this time? Wow, you get Temperance. What an apt card. You need to heal. So I feel that I just mentioned codependency. It's possible that, you know, from the time you're a little kid, all that you've been taught is that you must give rather than take. And this is something which is very, very prevalent in a lot of families. I, for one, definitely know that my parents, that's all they've taught me is to, you know, there's this, in fact, a saying in India that when you raise your hand, let it be to give rather than to take. But there has to be a balance. No matter what you do, there has to be a balance. All right. And if you keep giving, you know, I was watching an interview some time ago, and there's this person who said that, you know, they give so much to certain charities, but they realize when they stop giving, suddenly none of those charities are functioning. So then what service have they given? Basically, when you want to, you know, fund a charity, you want to make it an autonomous unit that even when your funding is not there, they can manage on their own. That's what the whole idea is, to help them be independent. All right. So you need to first learn to get independent yourself. If you're codependent on this, that only when you help others can you find peace, then you need to look into this dynamic some more. And it's time for you to heal. With this Temperance card here, this is such a beautiful card. This is a major arcana. This is the card that represents alchemy, that when you heal yourself, you can get whatever it is that you want. All right. And and actually this card tells you to slow down, to practice patience, to heal, to really heal. And this is what you need to, you know, to actually sit and ask that why is that you need to work so much, and why is it you still don't find peace if you're not able to spread yourself too thin. So this is something, and it's going to be very liberating when you do this pile number 2. And you get sing your own song. Yes, it's time for you to do things that make you happy. And yes, giving others make you happy, but this has become more of an addiction, as in, you know, if you don't give, you start feeling irrelevant, so you're giving. But Spirit is telling you to heal this codependency, all right? Sing your own song. While being generous is a wonderful thing, and you're blessed because you have a generous heart, but if it is taking from you, then it's time for you to actually sit with your energies and ask yourself, what is it that makes me happy? What is it that I want to do for me? And follow your heart and do it. How can I practice patience at this time? And you get the 7 of Pentacles, the ultimate patience card in the minor arcana, as Temperance is in the major arcana. The only way to practice patience is to wait for your turn, to believe in divine timing, to know that whatever is yours will never pass you by, but it will come to you only when the time is right, when you're ready to receive it. So don't talk down to yourself if you didn't make it. Don't feel like a failure. Don't give up. Just know that it's coming. It'll come to you when you stop waiting for it, when you do things that make you happy. All right. This is a beautiful energy. You know, in the Hindu tradition, there is Lord Shiva, and just outside his temple, there's this bull, Nandi, who just symbolizes waiting. He waits eternally just for a glimpse of the Lord. All right. And there's no rush. There's no impatience. There's just this beautiful energy of waiting, because there's something that you want, so you're waiting for it. And in that, and it is not how, you know, that you're waiting which is important, or how long you waited, but how were you during that waiting process? You could scream at everyone, throw up a fuss, go into depression, or did you just calm yourself down, trust the universe, and say, yes, it'll come. Now, when I'm telling you this, it's not that I'm the epitome of patience, but believe me, over the years, I've actually tried, and it works. Every time you say, yes, I know it's going to come, and it'll come in a way much better than what I expected to, but when it has to come, and I release my need to know when, it brings with it a great amount of peace. Pile number 2. And you get live in the now. Wow, this is so beautiful. So the only way to actually practice patience is to live in the now. This is just on point. And I have actually worked with this energy, all right, of really, I do a lot of meditations, but you know, there was a time wherein my son had to go at night for his classes when he was just in grade 11 and 12, and the traffic is maddening here, all right. And this is the first time that he was going out into the main road, wherein it was really maddening, and at night it was not properly lit up. But he used to go, and you know, when I used to sit there and I used to wonder, when will he come? When will he come back? Is he come? And I would want to call, but it wouldn't always be possible. And then I would tell myself, just sitting here right now, let me just be here in this moment. And instead of always thinking about the worst case scenario or wondering whether it will work out or whether it won't work out, should I do something else? If I just believe, and if I tell myself that if something goes wrong, I'll get to hear of it and then I'll react. But right now, I'm good. Everything around me is fine. So let me be here. And when you do that, you release your anxiety. You get so much of patience because you start putting your mind into things that, you know, make your life carry on in a way that you want. And then whatever it is that has to come will come in its own sweet time. All right. So pile number 2 is, I don't know whether this is what you wanted to hear, but these are the messages that are coming your way this Mars retrograde. You need to practice patience, and the only way to do that is to be in the here and now. Do not overgive. If you feel that giving makes you happy and so you want to overgive, that's where the red flag comes, and you need to heal from it. All right. And when you heal, you will find that you recharge your batteries because you end up doing things that make you happy. All right. And if serving is one of them, yes, but do not, as I said, take from the other person by overgiving, because you take away their skill of survival. All right. Because they just find it easier to leech on someone. And you need to slow down if you're working too hard on something, knowing that whatever is meant for you will not pass you by. So you do your bit, enjoy your journey, do things that mean, you know, mean something to you, and live in the here and now. And things will work out, all right, for you. And you'll find that by the time you come into January, when Mars goes direct, suddenly there'll be a lot of action. But right now, if you need to do your own thing, this is the perfect time for you to spend some time with yourself. All right. So with that, I come to the end of your reading. I hope it resonated. And if it didn't, choose another pile. Don't be annoyed with the messenger. I'm just reading out the cards that come out. I shuffle in front of you. So, I mean, it's not very pleasant to hear theme of patience, but this Mars retrograde calls you to do just that. All right. So with that, we come to the end of the reading. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 3s. Those of you who have chosen the Star Spinner Tarot or this ring, here is your reading. Let me shuffle your cards first. This is how bad shuffling. I'm going to be taking out 4 cards. Where does pile number 3 need to slow down, Spirit? Where does pile number 3 need to slow down? Wait, we'll put that down this way. You must have taken a glimpse, but I don't want to show it to you right now. How are you spreading yourself too thin, pile number 3s? What can pile number 3s do to recharge themselves during this time? And last but not the least, How can pile number 3s practice patience during this time? You get 2 cards, okay? You know, this has been really consistent today. My shuffling has been atrocious of all the piles. And I can't even blame Mars retrograde for it, because it's got nothing to do with those things that Mars will slow down. Take out one card for this and one for this. Alright. Just give me a few more seconds and we'll get started with the reading, pile number 3. As I was telling the previous pile, I have started doing the work Mars wants you to do, and that is to practice patience. I've started teaching you that already, haven't I? Here. That's it, we are done. Now let's get on with your reading, pile number 3. So where do my pile number 3s need to slow down? And you get the 10 of Swords. I saw this card and I'm sure a lot of you did too. I didn't mean to flip it, but I did. I guess some of you needed that preempting, which is why this happened, you know. And if some of you are triggered, maybe you've already clicked off. But basically what you need to know is, what Spirit is trying to tell you is that something has happened in the recent past perhaps, or for each of you it's going to be different, but it is something that has hurt you so much and you're not able to let it pass. You're sitting in this energy of sorrow for a very, very long time. Alright, and it is Spirit telling you that now it's time for you to come out of this energy slowly and steadily. You need to just come out of this mourning period. Maybe on the surface of it you pretend that you're very happy, but you are hurting and it needs to stop from within. And this is the message the Spirit has for you, that you have, you know, sat with this energy for a long time and this energy is ready to leave you. It is time for you to now take your life in your hands and start moving forward. All right? And you get be peace. This is beautiful. The number 21 or the number 3 could be significant to you. You've got to give your, you know, if you've been waiting for some sort of closure, you've got to give yourself that closure, because closure doesn't come in the way that we expect it to. Sometimes we have to make peace with it. And in this, at this time, you're being asked to be peace yourself. All right? Maybe in the future, you will get your answers. Maybe in the future, you might get some sort of closure, but it's not coming now. And you cannot afford to sit in this energy anymore. Because if you say that you'll sit in this energy and you're going to get closure, it's not coming. Unless you shift the energies and you decide to bring that inner peace within you, you are not going to be able to move. And that's a great disservice you're doing to yourself and those around you who love you so much. All right? So you need to release this. You've given it a lot of time and you need to take baby steps. If you have a friend, speak to your friend, speak to someone you trust, or seek counseling if you have no one you can trust. But you need to speak it out, get it off your chest, and start letting light come in. You've been in this dark energy for a very long time, pile number 3. Where is it that you're spreading yourself too thin and you get the World? This is such beautiful energy. I love this card. And what I get with this and with this is that I feel you've been taking the weight of the world on your shoulders, all right? You've been, you're the kind of person who possibly can't say no to anyone. People talk about people pleasing as a derogatory thing, but usually People who please other people are people who've had traumatic childhoods, people who have to, understand the dynamics of the situation to survive. And they knew, rubbing anyone the wrong way could threaten their own survival. That's how they perceived it as kids. All right, for each of you, it's going to be different. But the fact is that people pleasers, and some of them actually do it out of the love of their heart. Some of them don't realize it's codependency. But when they actually go out of their way to make people happy, they are expending a lot of their energy. And they're doing it to see a smile, because that smile on your face makes them happy. And you are this kind of beautiful person who's done that. Which is why possibly someone's taken advantage of you. It's not to say to harden your soul. It's not to say, you don't harden your heart because this has happened. You heal from it and you let your heart open. But you have firm boundaries. And I think this is what you're going to learn during this Mars retrograde. Especially with these rings out here like that. I feel that this is what you are being asked to do. You have spread yourself too thin in every single relationship of yours, just to make others smile, others happy. And you need to set firm boundaries. And this is the message you get from Spirit during this Mars retrograde. Learn to honor yourself. It's easier said than done. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen if you watch a tarot reading. But a tarot reading is basically to give you some direction. It's something that you already knew, but someone's pointing a finger at it and actually speaking it out to you. And it's just to give you some direction that enough. Yes, if you've been feeling overburdened and if you've been feeling that people are taking you for granted, they are. And you need to set firm boundaries. Pile number 3. Alright, and if initially when you put boundaries, people who are so used to walking all over you will not like it. They may even come across really rude and really mean, and they will forget all that you've done for them. It does not matter. When you set up boundaries, you're not going to please people around you. It does not matter. Make yourself happy for a change. It's enough. You've made a lot of people happy for a very long time. It's time to pull back all that energy and make yourself happy. It's time for you to close out the cycle. And you know what? With the World card here, you will actually successfully put an end to this situation. And you will learn to love yourself some more. Clear the clutter. Yes, all these people that you've been serving, all these people whom you put before you, the ones who've not respected your boundaries, they are the clutter, and you need to clear the clutter. All right, and just be with people who appreciate you for who you are, who give as much as they get. All right, and this is very important message for those of you who needed pile number 3. Very, very important message. Everyone, you may love the people around you, but then they're supposed to love you in return, right? So if they're pushing you and making you do work for them relentlessly without giving you anything in return, this is not healthy dynamic at all. This is codependency, and it could be because of many reasons. It could be because it's been ingrained from the time you were a little kid, but that's okay. You know about it now. You read. If you've not heard about it before, you're hearing it now if you're here. It's time for you to stand up for yourself, to be your biggest cheerleader, to give yourself that love. All right? You've done enough for everyone for a very long time. Now it's time for you to look at you. And what can you do to recharge during this time? When you get the 8 of coins, do things that you love. Take your energy away from people who've been, energy vampires and who've been making you do everything for them. They are the clutter. Let them be. You get this peace from within and you do things that make you happy. Wherein the day passes and you don't know that it's gone by because you're just putting yourself into something which is possibly your soul purpose, which makes you very happy when you do it. This is what you're being asked to do. And when you do that, when you invest in yourself and do the things that make you happy, you are going to be rejuvenated, because because for the first time, you will be giving yourself the love that you've been looking for from everybody. And you get, my God, look at this. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter twice. I'm not making this up. I shuffled in front of you, pile number 3. These people around you who are taking from you relentlessly over the years, it needs to stop. They are the clutter. Please let them go. If they don't like this new you, they don't like the you who's having boundaries around them, it's time for you to walk away from them. And pour out your love, energy, and everything to yourself. Oh, wow, I don't believe this. This is beautiful. And where and how can you practice patience? Wow, look at that. You get the beautiful Lovers and the 4 of Swords. This is such wonderful energy. Look at that. This is all about resting, withdrawing, contemplating. So pile number 3, what you need to do to practice patience is actually withdraw your energy from the people around you and put it onto yourself. And for some time, just sit with this energy. It's almost like going on to hermit mode. This is like the hermit of the minor arcana, wherein you're just withdrawing from society and sitting on your own with your energies, trying to understand things. You know, maybe you've started realizing that this is not working for you and that you've given so much of yourself. You need to clear out the clutter, sit with yourself, ask yourself what it is that you want, and slowly build things for you. All right? And I have a feeling for some of you out there, there is someone in your life who you've given a lot of love to. All right? For a lot of you, it could be a love interest. I'm wondering whether it's the same person here or is it someone else. If it is this person who's broken your heart, it's time for you to withdraw your energies no matter how much you're invested in them. If you feel they're your twin flame, if you feel they're your high level soulmate, whatever it is, if they have not treated you right, they don't deserve your energy. Let's make that very clear. Even if this is a very special soulmate who's come and who's, hurt you so bad, and it's to trigger you, and you've got triggered enough. Now it's time for you to withdraw your energies from there. Do not romanticize someone treating you badly. It is never okay. All right? And if it is to remind you to have some self-worth, well, you've got the reminder now. Now be peace, get peace within yourself, work on yourself, do the things that you love, do the things that make you happy, set firm boundaries. And if that person is really meant for you and is this wonderful soulmate who's meant to be in your life, this person will see this change, will see you putting all your energy on yourself, and maybe you'll come out after all of this, you'll come out as the Empress yourself, and this person will come running back to you. For a lot of you, this could be a same-sex relationship, and it doesn't really matter, because whatever be the relationship, whatever be the dynamic, it does not matter. If this person is your higher order soulmate, they will come back if they are meant to, only if they come and respect your boundaries and give you as much as you give them, pile number 3. Anyone who gives you less doesn't deserve to be in your life. And this is something you owe yourself, all right? You've been spreading yourself too thin, letting people walk all over you. You've been in such heavy energy. I really, really feel for you, pile number 3. And it's time to clear this clutter now. You've got this double confirmation here. And you need to do you. It's time. It's time. And this will change a lot of things for you. All right? But, even if this whatever's supposed to come, another person's supposed to come, if they don't come, it does not matter. As long as you are going to be your greatest support, your bestest friend, that's all that matters. All right? And you get, release your emotional baggage. Yes, it's time for you to release your emotional baggage. This is, you know, the advice from Spirit is to actually tell you to just free yourself from all these people who don't serve you. It may be scary because, you know, sometimes we get used to abuse, and even that is more comforting than going away from it. And abuse doesn't really have to mean in one extreme. When people don't give you back and they keep taking your energy from you, sucking the energy out of you, making you, you know, do things for them, maybe just saying a kind word once in a while and then making you work so much for it. It's not acceptable. You shouldn't be accepting it. And don't be unkind to yourself that you have done that all these years. Because, you know, learning to, if we've had this kind of trauma from the time we're a little kid, we don't come out of it easily. We do need a trigger for this to happen. And you've got your trigger, pile number 3. So don't beat yourself for the same anymore. Now it's time for you to celebrate yourself, even all the goof ups that you had, even the wrong choices that you made. It was all a learning process. Accept it as that and move on and release this baggage. You're meant to do so much. You're meant to sing happily. You're meant to be peace, no peace, and happiness. All right? That's all I have for you. This Mars retrograde is going to be extremely, extremely powerful for you, pile number 3. You've actually got to stand up for yourself during this time. All right? And you've got to be patient with yourself as you heal. And you've got to take baby steps standing up for yourself against each person who doesn't respect your boundary, and do things that you like. Small steps, little by little, but every step towards your empowerment. All right? It's very necessary. I'm sending you so much love and light. Pile number 3, I hope this reading resonated, and I wish you so much of luck, and I hope that, you know, I can hear from you someday when you've put this past you and you've actually learned how to stand up for yourself and celebrate yourself and give yourself a pat on the back for every teeny tiny achievement that you make. All right? And that's all I have for you. And with that, we've come to the end of this pick a card reading as well. Till next time, be good. Take care. Bye-bye.